Hi everybody, thank you so much in advance for watching this message. If you're new to me, hi, I'm Stephanie. I also go by the name Mufasa. Nice to meet you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can keep in touch with you after this message. If you're tuning in and you're already a subscriber of my YouTube channel, thank you so much for being a subscriber. I love you. I send you lots of positive energy. So disclaimer before I jump into things. Obviously the opinions and conclusions that I state in this video are mine and mine alone. Any facts that I do state I have referenced and sourced in the description of this video, and I'd encourage you to take a look at them. So this video today is on a topic called collective consciousness. Have you heard of it? Probably not. Most humans haven't, which is unfortunate, but I always look at the bright side of things, and the bright side of this is I get to introduce you to this topic, and I'm just really grateful for that. So before I jump into what collective consciousness is and why I'm talking about it, I'd like to first set the intentions for this video and also provide some important context as to how this topic stumbled into my life. So the goal of this video is really quite simple. I have two. The first goal that I hope to accomplish is to spark some inner dialogue within yourself, you personally. And the second goal is, if you're not already aware of your own consciousness, the goal of this video is to make you conscious of your consciousness and also conscious of the energy that you project into the larger collective consciousness. That second goal will hopefully make a lot more sense after my video is complete. Stay with me. So, context. Prior to 2021, I was not familiar until after spring 2021, specifically Easter weekend 2021. Shout out to Jesus, I love you. Which was when, for the first time in my life, I witnessed what are called unidentified aerial phenomenon. Also referred to as unidentified flying objects. Yeah, I saw them. Stay with me, I'm getting somewhere. UAPs and UFOs are 100% real. As a matter of fact, a little over 11 weeks after I witnessed them for the first time, on June 25th, 2021, also for the first time in history, the officials from my country released a public-facing, non-classified report documenting UFOs and UAPs as a real observed phenomenon. So yeah, if you didn't know, they're real. Now you know. After I saw them, I went down many different rabbit holes researching and watching documentaries and just reading, and a documentary that I watched introduced research and findings and theories about extraterrestrials in different dimensions and timelines that are able to initiate, engage, and carry on communication that is thought actuated, like telepathy. The documentary went on to reiterate that while there's so much interesting to be pulled from, learning about all of this, but the big one was the science of consciousness. Okay, so hopefully you're still with me here. I'm getting somewhere. And now I'm going to transition into what is collective consciousness, why is it important, why I'm talking about it, and what I want you to take away from it. So what is my interpretation of collective consciousness? Collective consciousness is essentially source. We are physically manifested elements of the universe. We come straight from the source, and the source is love, is God, and we belong to it. It is the invisible energy field that lives inside of us and outside of us that connects us all as one united human force. We are literally all one. You are me and I am you, and we're like connected. But my conclusion is that our collective consciousness as a one is not currently optimized. Why is it not? We fail to have conscious awareness of this collective network. If we did, then we would see a completely different world and society than we do today. So to help give more perspective here and attach it to a more tangible kind of example, I'm going to compare this to a physics concept. This will either confuse you more or kind of tie everything together. Let's Hope it's the latter. In physics, there is a phenomenon called constructive and destructive interference. Constructive interference happens when two waves of equal frequency at the same phase in sync with each other. When they collide, they overlap in such a way the wave essentially becomes one and is amplified, and producing a single amplitude equal to the sum of the amplitudes of those waves individually. Destructive interference is when two waves of the same frequency but opposite phase, when they collide, they overlap in such a way that they actually cancel each other out or result in a smaller wave. This principle extends far beyond physics and into our literal daily lives. When energy forces merge in a harmonious way, their energy is amplified. But when two energy forces that are not in sync with each other come together, they essentially cancel each other out. We're collectively manifesting destructive interference when we should be manifesting collectively constructive interference. I wish we could all set our differences aside and unite as that collective one, as we're supposed to be, because imagine just the incredible things that we could accomplish. Wouldn't the world be better when we're all aware of our collective consciousness? It's critical that we're on the same wavelength, and that wavelength is vibrating at a higher frequency, the loving, source-connected level. So how do you become more connected to the collective? First, become aware. Aware of your own consciousness, study it. Awareness of the collective consciousness, everything I just talked about. Awareness is key. 2, self-reflection and self-love. The more you manifest self-love and the more you're living in your purpose, that will unlock so many keys, including the key to tap into the collective, because the collective wants you at your purest, most true form. Pray for people around the world who are struggling. Prayer is just such a beautiful, loving act. And again, to connect, we need to just love more. We just need to love more. Okay, so conclusion. We do have some challenges right now as a unit. Earth is hard and there are a lot of forces trying to bring us down. It's incumbent on us to rise above it. You have the power. We all have the power. We need to manifest constructive interference. We need to come together as one. That's 2 ones. We need to come together as one. Our mind can manifest anything. The force is real, and it is absolutely not limited by space, time, and the physical. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you weren't aware of what collective consciousness is, now you are, and I am so grateful that I was able to introduce it into your life, and I love you. Thank you so much.